Hello everyone, I'm the Saxy Gamer, and today we're here for yet another Civilization VI ranking video, where today we're going to be talking about the top 3 domination civs in Civilization VI, and just like the last time, I had made this video a few years ago, but now there's been a lot of changes and a lot of new leaders, so it's time to remake this video again, and especially with this list, a lot of things have changed compared to when I made the original list, so what do you say let's go ahead and get right into things and start talking about the first of our top 3 domination leaders. I should also mention that these are in no particular order. There's a lot of situationality in Civ VI for basically any game as far as who will be a better leader. So these are in no particular order, but just some of the strongest 3 that I think have the most domination potential in the game. So the first of the 3 leaders that we are going to be talking about today is Hammurabi of Babylon. So he was one of the New Frontier Pass leaders that was added into the game, and he is certainly one of the best domination civs in the game, and it is entirely related to a single one of his abilities. So the ability Enuma, Anu, Enlil makes it so that Hammurabi will receive the full technology whenever triggering a Eureka, rather than just 50% of that technology's cost. So if you get the Eureka, say for ironworking, you will simply get the technology ironworking. You won't have to put any more research into it. And the thing that's really nice about this is that it also ignores prerequisites, which means that you are able to get advanced military units very, very early on in the game. There are a number of strategies when you're playing Hammurabi that can be absolutely broken for domination. For instance, you can rush musketmen, you can rush bombards, you can rush biplanes, and you can have like biplanes fighting against swordsmen, you can have musketmen fighting against warriors. You will have such a combat strength advantage over other people that you can totally demolish them before they even have any chance to fight back. Obviously, this one is a little bit difficult to make work. You have to have enough knowledge of Eureka, so if you're a beginner, then I wouldn't recommend going for a Hammurabi play, but if you're an experienced player that has played a lot of Civ 6, you know pretty much what most of the Eurekas are, and you know how to path out your way to getting to these technologies, then this can be ridiculously broken and easily probably one of the strongest domination strategies that you can play in the entire game. The rest of Babylon's kit, though, is not really that useful for domination victory. His unique unit is nothing special, and all of his other abilities don't really have anything to do with domination, but this one ability alone makes him super strong as a domination leader. The second of the leaders that we're talking about today is Basil II of Byzantium, so he as well was added with the New Frontier Pass, and spoiler alert, the third leader was added with the New Frontier Pass as well, which just brought in a lot of really good domination leaders. But anyways, Basil is a very strong leader who can utilize cavalry and religion very well to get himself to a science victory. So one of the really nice things with Basil is that whenever an opposing city is following his religion, his heavy and light cavalry units will deal full damage to the city and its walls. So this will allow you to absolutely melt city walls. If you've been playing Civ 6 for a long time, you will know that previously cavalry were able to use battering rams to get this exact same effect, but they removed that feature from the game because it was so overpowered. But Basil can get this feature by converting other cities to his religion, which makes him ridiculously strong. Cavalry are just some of the best units, and they are capable of absolutely demolishing cities. So when you're playing Basil, definitely convert cities to your religion. If you use Crusade as well, this will then give you an additional plus 10 combat strength when attacking that city, and you will melt through cities with your cavalry units. The other really nice thing with Basil is that he will get plus 3 combat strength and religious strength for all of his units whenever a holy city is converted to his own religion, and this includes his own holy city. So upon founding a religion, you will get plus 3 combat strength to all of your military units across the board. As you then go and fight and convert other holy cities, this goes up even more. So just alone a civilization that gets pretty much a flat plus 3 combat strength bonus on all units for the entire game, ridiculously broken. The fact that it can grow to be even more than 3 combat strength, even more ridiculous. And on top of that, every time you kill a unit of an opposing religion, an opposing civilization, your religion will be spread to all surrounding cities. So this kind of works to spread your religion. Perhaps you'll convert a holy city and get more combat strength. As you convert these cities, then you can use your cavalry to do full damage to city walls, and this very easily snowballs you to one of the easiest domination victories you could possibly dream of achieving. His unique unit also is really good, as is his unique district, because his unique unit is just a very strong heavy cavalry unit, and his unique district will give you some free cavalry units whenever you build them and the buildings in them. So free cavalry units that are buffed up and also just getting a ton of extra combat strength. It's a very synergistic way to play the game. His whole kit is just, it works so nicely with itself, and it is easily one of the best domination kits in the entire game. And for our third and final leader, as I had mentioned, another one from the New Frontier Pass. This time we have Simón Bolivar, which I think isn't probably not really any surprise to anybody, because everybody has always talked about how overpowered Simón Bolivar is. But the reason he's so good for domination is because, well, for one, he gets +1 movement on literally all of his units. This makes you super mobile. Early on in the game, you'll have 3 movement archers, your warriors will be more mobile, your cavalry will be more mobile. Literally everything is more mobile, including your builders and settlers, which isn't really related to domination, but it does make the early game a little bit easier for settling cities and getting out improvements. But this one extra movement means that you're just going to be able to maneuver your units a lot better, get them into good strategic positions, and it's really going to help you absolutely storm through people's land whenever you're trying to attack them. The other really nice thing with Simón's kit is that he has the Commandante General, which is a unique Great General. It doesn't replace the Great General though, but this one will give an aura of +5 combat strength to all units within 2 tiles, and some of them have some fairly decent active bonuses as well. But the really nice thing here is that this Commandante General bonus stacks with Great Generals, so if you have have 2 of them there, you'll be getting +10 combat strength on all of your units that are around these generals, which is obviously a pretty huge bonus. So getting that increased combat strength along with the increased movement means that you're going to have a pretty easy time just absolutely storming through people. Simón, just like Basil, has a pretty good unique unit as well. He has the Llanero, which replaces the cavalry, and this is a pretty strong light cavalry unit that is going to get some extra combat strength each time you have an adjacent Llanero. So if you have a bunch of these grouped up along with the Commandante General, then you are going to be having a very easy time steamrolling through someone later on in the game. So the extra movement plus the Commandante General easily makes Simón Bolivar one of the best domination civs in the game as well. I feel like I've said that, well, I literally have said that 2 other times, but it's very true. These domination civs are so strong and generally so far ahead of most of the other civs in the game that they are able to absolutely demolish pretty much everybody else. And of course, I do have to give myself some honorable mentions as well, because there are a few other really good domination leaders, but since I'm limiting this to only 3, I don't want to have people in the comments section going, what about this leader? What about this leader? I know it's still going to happen because there's one particular leader that I'm not going to mention, but for my honorable mentions, I definitely want to give one to Montezuma, I want to give one to Shaka, I want to give one to Soyomon, and I want to give one to Matthias. So these, I think, are some very, very strong leaders as well. They have a lot of good domination things in their kits, and generally, I think that they are pretty close to these top 3 that I talked about, but maybe just like a little peg below them. And I know everyone's going to say, what about Alexander? Okay, I don't even like Alexander that much. Forget about him. Compared to these other leaders, I don't think he's really all that good. But anyways, thank you everyone for watching. I have been the Saxy Gamer. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you're looking for some more Civilization 6 content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.